And a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to kick it off.
Unwelcome, you say. Hold on, I'm not ready. Well, it starts on hello. Should we do it on hello?
Oh, yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, kick us off, Riley.
No.
Kick us off. Just
kick us off.
Just kick us off.
Am I going just straight through it?
Yeah, just hold a note. Just hold
it?
Just hold hello, yeah.
Hello!
And welcome to another episode of the Dookie Spookies podcast, the podcast where we watch bad scary movies and rank them in an ever-growing list to find the worst one ever.
And boy, do
the
we
bad
have a
one.
list for you today.
A new list.
A changing list.
Yes. A more mature, thoughtful list.
A list that's been to college.
What was its degree?
Lists.
Oh.
Statistics.
Oh, that's good.
God, not communication. That's for losers.
Yeah. This list couldn't tell you about anything, but boy, can it do math.
Yeah, you guys want to hear? Do you guys know what communication is?
Oh, boy.
I
He
won't
has
do
that
it.
written down on his sheet.
Yeah, I don't want
He
to.
does.
I'm List Pierce. I'm List Pierce.
I'm just normal Chris.
Oh.
I'm
Lame.
long list Riley.
Well, damn.
Wow.
Long list, Riley. I guess that makes me short little Jack. Just short, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But I'm short and little.
Short. Wow.
Listen.
Dang. Yeah, I guess there will be time codes in this. I don't really know.
You might as well time code each discussion.
Oh my god.
15 times. Wait, what did we watch this week? Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
nothing.
If
Sucks us up.
if you watched the last episode, you know we didn't watch anything at all.
Did we say that last time too?
I think
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
Okay.
We did.
because we did the What Are We Watching?
Yeah.
Oh, and then somebody went nothing.
And
Yeah.
if you wait until the end of this episode, you'll find out what we're watching next week.
It's true.
Oh.
We're back on the
Yeah,
grind,
we are.
unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you may see a new logo.
Oh.
Maybe a new format. You know, it's a little,
Video podcast all the time.
yeah.
but not us.
Listen,
Yeah, it's different
new,
people.
New ranking.
That'd
new
be
us.
really funny to hire people to do the podcast
To
on
lip
video,
sync it?
but they lip sync
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, we just
God.
write everything.
That's
Yeah,
actually
that's
hilarious.
insane.
Should we do that?
Just get the hottest people we can find.
yeah, like put an ad out on Fiverr for really hot people to record a
I love
video
this idea.
podcast.
Yeah.
But this is a
Do we
good
get to choose
idea.
our characters?
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah, it's like
Why not?
it's like Smash Bros.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Choose
that's
your
sick.
character.
This is a really good idea.
What are the odds I get Ryan Reynolds to be me?
Dude, you think
Shout
you can
out
keep that
Ryan
up?
Reynolds.
Oh, you're
Dude,
doing
he
this
is
as a-
me, though.
We'll do Cricket Wireless ads
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What-
or Mint
yeah.
Mobile, whatever he does.
Yeah.
I want huge.
I'll do whatever
I want huge jacked man to play me.
Okay, yeah, that's
Plays
good.
Wolverine.
Yeah. New movie coming out. Yeah,
know, I'm
we
s-
actually have a new movie coming out.
I think I want
I'm excited.
specifically Josh Hutcherson to play me.
that'd be a trip because he's been in a movie we've watched.
Yeah.
He has been, yeah.
Yeah. Who's playing you? You knew it was coming.
Fan casting
I
right
have
now.
no idea.
Oh yeah, if you're listening to this, and
Who would you cast?
for you?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just kind of cut you off. That thought needed to get out.
Who's like
I have a secondary choice for who I would cast
I don't
as
know.
me. If you
John
wanna hear
Cena?
that.
John Cena would be funny.
Yeah, John Cena would be funny.
Yeah, especially if it's like
The Rock?
I'm Riley. It's The Rock. It's the most
really funny.
jacked, like masculine looking dude has to be you.
Are you talking about Dwayne the Rock, the Tooth Fairy Johnson?
Oh my god.
Oh,
The Scorpion King.
Dwayne the Rock, the Scorpion King, the Tooth Fairy, the River Cruise Johnson. That guy's cool.
I'm not continuing.
Is that
this
who you
bit.
were talking about?
I refuse.
This is an old and tired bit.
I
Please.
personally
No.
was talking about Dwayne the Rock, the Tooth Fairy,
Oh my
the
God.
Red Notice, the
Journey to the Center of the
Journey to
Earth.
the Center of the Earth, the Fast and Furious 1, 2, 3, 4.
He wasn't in those yet.
five,
He
wasn't
six.
in any of
And
those.
he wasn't.
No.
He was in the later ones.
Fuck.
I think it was
Bleep that
5 and on, maybe 5 and 6.
I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious
Maybe, I
movies,
think.
so I don't know.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
We've done that bit on this podcast, I think, before.
We have.
Really? I'm surprised we don't do it more often. It's our best movie.
He doesn't
bit.
come up often.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Bad,
God,
scary
He
get
movies.
him
doesn't
off,
do any scary
man.
movies,
Yeah. No.
unfortunately.
I don't know. Black Adam was pretty scary.
Oh, scarily bad.
Scarily bad.
That movie sucked.
I
dude.
also never saw it.
What was I saying? Something about if you're listening to this and you have like fan casting ideas for who should play us based on our voices and voices alone, leave a comment.
I'm gonna get the gecko from the guy.
Just get the guy who voices the gecko.
That'd be pretty funny
'Cause
If
nobody knows
who he is.
Yeah.
Can I get the guy? I changed mine to the guy who voiced Archer and Bob Burger. Is that his?
Oh,
that's not his
and
name.
the pigeon from the Cricket Wireless commercial.
Does he do that?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
yeah,
I've
I
never
didn't know
seen
that
a
either,
single
actually.
cricket. Wouldn't it be a cricket?
No, it was a pigeon.
They really missed out on that.
Maybe it's a Minmo commercial. I don't remember.
That makes more sense.
Kinda.
Not really, but
Well, we've got a lot to get through.
we sure do. We are discussing our re-ranked list of movies based on our
Previous- yes.
criteria we have. I don't know if I should.
This is sort of like the Criterion
Yeah.
collection.
I don't know what that is, but
You don't know what the Criterion collection is? Are you like a movie guy? You know what the...
no,
Movie guy.
Am I just saying it wrong?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, never mind.
What is it?
It's like
Share
a
it.
big list of movies that
Oh.
like this. I think it's a nonprofit called the Criterion. I literally do not know, but there's movies on it and they're good.
We're affiliated with them.
Well, we are now because we've got a list full of criteria.
We decided.
I think talking too much about the Criterion collection does classify as like very movie bro behavior.
Yeah, well, we're movie bros.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's a DVD collection.
Oh, really?
They just got a fuck ton of movies, and you can look at it.
Who's
and,
that guy?
That's just a guy. But like they've just got hundreds of films that are like these are all the best films.
Yeah.
and we think you should watch them. It's like the Michelin star of movies.
The Michelin Man. That scary guy.
I don't know. Doesn't
Remember
matter.
those pictures I sent you? Do you guys think I should include like a graphic for the ranking system that we have on this? Pop it up on the
Yeah,
screen,
why
make
not?
it
Yes.
look pretty.
Yeah.
Because I was planning
Won't
on anytime we rank a movie in the future, showing like the 5 around it, like the 2 above it and 2 below it, so you can see where.
Oh,
it's,
good idea.
where it's
Yeah, you
against.
get some context.
But also probably popping up what the top 10 are before we talk about them.
Right.
Yeah.
Just so when people are like, I thought this was an audio only podcast. What the?
There's visuals on the screen at the last 30
the last
minutes.
30 seconds. That's funny.
But yeah, we're going through. We're going to talk about our list.
Yep.
We checked it twice, hopefully.
15 movies.
15 movies. That's what we've watched
15
so far.
movies. I watched.
Does it feel like
I've been
15
talking
movies?
about watching all of them? For
How was
months. I didn't watch any of them.
No, I knew you wouldn't.
I didn't watch a
I
single
knew you
one.
wouldn't. That's
I was even gonna wake up to this morning. I was like, I'll wake up and watch the trailers. Didn't do that either. I didn't do anything.
Do you
I was
wanna do
just
that
like,
now?
fuck it. Yeah, we'll watch them all now. If you guys, we got 15 hours.
I'm going to cut to the technical difficulty music that I.
Oh, okay. And then we'll come back in.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Wow, those trailers were great.
Oh, we
Yeah.
watched the trailers. Oh, yeah. I watched the movies, but you guys watched the trailers.
Yeah.
On like 5 times speed.
Yeah, it was really fast.
Have you adjusted your list accordingly after that?
I did. Yeah.
That's good. I don't know. How do we get into this?
I think we should start.
Well, do we wanna-
How about just pick like
let's-
a random movie off the list?
I think what we should do is we should first describe what the rubric is so they know what we're kind of basing these decisions on. Yeah, then we can
gotcha.
just. Well, do we want to just go random or do we want to
think-
go in order?
I think
Chronological?
maybe chronological.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Chris said
Because
chronological.
the list
earlier.
I have
the
a-
list
I have
that we
them in
already
my-
have? Or like from how we
watch
watch them?
order,
Yeah,
watch order.
yeah. watch order.
Because like with the new scores, it'll be like instead of us having to fight over if it's like a 4, like a number 4 spot, number 5, something will just be above or below something else.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be the average of all 4 of our
Yeah.
scores, and that'll just determine where it goes on the list. Who wants to break down the rubric we have? Shout out to my mother or was it you? Riley who had the idea. I think it was my mom, right?
Yeah.
It was your
Yeah.
mom.
It was
She
me who
commented-
doxed her.
She commented a couple of times saying you guys need a rubric. She was
Yeah.
really pushing for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
She
told
was like,
me
you guys need to tighten this fucking thing up.
she told me it was a joke, but I was like,
Yeah, I don't
you-
know.
I think you just thought we were all over the place.
Shout out Pierce's mom.
Yeah. Do you want to dox her again like you did before?
Yeah, thank you, Mrs.
Oh, shit.
Good thing this isn't a live podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can
Don't
never
ever
be
put me
wrong.
on one of those.
Oh, that can be your fan cast. Is you're played by Pierce's mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have I ever met your mom?
I don't know.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so. I've only met your dad.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, Mikey.
Very briefly while everybody was.
Oh, that's hilarious
Very
because your
glued
mom
into
was
the
definitely
TV.
here that night. Because you did
Yeah.
come
Oh,
over,
yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, she was in. Yeah.
Oh, like 2 ships in the night, man.
Damn.
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 Okay,
Okay, next.
the rubric.
And I'm the
Well,
White
you
House.
wrote it, so.
So,
No.
Well, that doesn't mean I need to.
Yeah, but this is your baby.
No, that's not true. I did this in like 2 minutes.
Why
okay,
don't
so
we
we
all
have
take
5
a section?
Yeah, Okay,
about
sure.
that?
We'll break it up. Class is in session.
Go ahead. You start off. You're taking charge.
Our first section
We need a leader.
encompasses production. So that includes plot and storyline, characters and acting, directing, cinematography and writing,
Nice.
editing, sound design, pacing, visual effects, and music.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yes. My thought behind that was basically just like anything that has to do with how the movie was made
Yeah.
is in there.
Look good, sound good, feel good,
Is good.
is good.
Technical quality.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
And you did the motion too.
Yeah.
Like an
Yeah.
like an Italian.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then we got entertainment.
Entertainment value. Sorry. Am I just carrying
value.
this?
No, I'm going.
Okay,
No,
go.
yeah.
Did you like it? Was it good? Would you show it to a friend?
Uh-huh.
Are you still thinking about it? Did you walk away from the movie going, "Damn, that fucking sucked," or
Emotional.
"That was so good"? Was it an emotional?
Emotional impact. Did it make you feel?
Did it make you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you learn? Did you grow?
Did you forget? Did you want to? Riley is looking at me like, "What the?"
As a very creative individual, I feel good describing this one.
Oh, yeah.
Creativity is the next category that we're looking at, which has to do with like the theme of the movie, how predictable it was, which whether or not you think predictability is a good thing or a bad thing. Originality, so is it a fresh idea? Depth, does it bring something new to the table? Which I think kind of takes out of like, did you enjoy it or not? It's like, well, maybe you didn't enjoy it, but was it creative? Did it do some stuff that made you go, wouldn't have thought of that? Which definitely swayed a couple movies in my
Yeah.
list higher.
Yeah. I agree. I think that was this one and the last category were the big ones with big numbers for me.
Yep.
And I'll take the last two since this next one's kind of self-explanatory for the most part. The next one, obvious theme of the podcast, scariness. Were you uneasy? Was the gore, getting to you? Did you shit your pants?
Did you shit your little
Just-
pants? Did you poo-poo?
Yeah, pretty simple. How scary was it?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of our movies aren't scary at all. So
yeah. This one was a
this is a rough
game
category.
changer though. For
Yeah.
like the ones that did were a little scary, they got some serious
Yep,
points.
yeah. This is a
Yeah. Were you a little baby?
yeah. Did you cry?
Little mousy boy.
In this next one, it's the it factor.
The it factor.
Just the intangible things.
Which I
what
thought was a clever name because there's a movie called It. It's a scary movie.
it is.
Oh yeah.
It's a great
Yeah.
scary movie.
I haven't watched it. And
know,
we're not going to
in-
watch it for this podcast.
'Cause it's good.
Certainly not. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just the all-encompassing category for just those things you can't quite explain, but you just love.
Yeah.
Like for you, it would be an example would be just Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And spoiler, he got him. He banked some points for him.
Okay.
He banked some points. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's the list.
Yeah.
Each thing is out of 10 and
Yeah.
Yep.
Then
Rank it out of
we-
10.
Yep.
And then,
normalize the scale.
yeah.
And for those who
dividing
aren't
by
nerds, that means we just take an average of the scores.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Five
you,
categories.
Yeah, you add it all up, then you divide it by
Oh,
5.
fuck it. It's just, oh, goddamn.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we'll do the same thing for our scores together. And that's what we're,
Average of an average.
Can't question the math.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and if you can, send us an email. What, you
wanna
got a
hear about it.
PhD?
Yeah.
This podcast is not for nerds.
No, this is for cool jocks. Us athletes. Us
Yeah.
movie loving
We're going to
athletes.
cut this podcast short so I can get back to hockey practice.
Beating up nerds and losers.
All right. Speaking of which, let's jump
All
into
right.
our first movie that I'm picking based on this segue.
Go ahead. I mean,
set in
we're
the
going
situation
in
where
chronological
jocks
order,
are
but
cool, and I was gonna do a Holly Martley
Holly
segue.
Martley.
Was that wasn't the
Oh,
first
dang.
one we watched?
No, it wasn't.
No,
That's
it
why-
wasn't.
That's what Chris reminded me what we were doing. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry,
What
had to
what
kill
was
the
our
bit.
first? Are we including the Lost episode?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Those, I
What
mean,
was that
everything
again?
on the list.
Ouija.
We should.
So the first movie
I wasn't here.
technically was
That's a test episode.
Ouija: Origin of Evil.
Yep.
Riley, what do you think about this
Yep.
one?
Yeah. Walk us through it a little bit. Have you seen it?
No, that was the one that was the one that I was gone for. The only one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the test episode,
Yeah, I was not here.
Yeah, that got lost forever, unfortunately.
and that was Ouija: Origin of Ouija. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Origins of Evil.
Well, okay. So and then did we watch the next Ouija right away?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yep,
so
we
wanna-
watched those
Do we
two
just want to
together.
handle these together?
We can knock both of these out.
So
yeah.
I made a point to rank these so there was a single point difference between the two.
I did the exact same.
Yes, because one movie was definitely 1 point better than the other movie. And for me, that was Ouija: Origins of Evil. The sequel was exactly 1 point better
What'd you rank it?
than the original movie. I gave it an 11. So I guess out of 5 would be a 2.
So let's break down your categories.
That'd be a 2.2.
A 2.2?
So
Okay.
for the
Yeah, so I
production,
guess so starting with
Yeah.
Ouija: Origin of Evil production, I gave it a 4. It didn't look
for-
cheap.
Yep.
It it was a movie.
Yep.
There was because like usually with that kind of stuff you can like tell when something's off.
Yeah.
This movie sort of fit the bill, but I also I don't know, kind of sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't super high on mine either for that. Just because.
Just had a middling score.
Yeah, because the CGI was pretty bad in it.
yeah, yeah. Because this was the Big Mouth.
Big Mouth. Like the TV show.
What
Big
did you
Mouth.
guys give this one?
What did you get? Are we talking about Origins of?
Yeah, Origin of Evil
I gave it a. It came out to a 3.2 for me
on the production or
on the whole thing.
Oh,
total?
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I regrettably didn't track individual scores for each part. I thought about it halfway through,
yeah.
and I was like, I'm not going back through.
Yeah,
And
that's
figuring
fair.
out what
We
I
don't. It's
picked
probably
what.
boring to go through every single one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
kind
I
of
mean,
makes
my
sense.
takeaways, I guess, for this one were the biggest things. I gave it a 3 on scariness because of the big mouth.
yeah, pretty scary.
It got a 0 for creativity for me because Hasbro is one just trying to sell Ouija boards.
Yeah,
But
brand movie.
it's a sequel, so it's even less original than just an original brand
That's a
movie.
good point. I don't remember if I
Ridiculous.
remember that because it wasn't original at all because they described the plot of it in the first one,
Yep.
like
Yep.
beat by beat.
Yep.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So overall, this was a what did you say? A 2.2?
Yeah, I think so.
Was
You
it-
gave it an 11.
2.2. Yeah.
2.2.
2.2. Okay, hold on. I had to do the math to figure out what mine was in total. 2. Yeah, I was kind of nice with the scores, I guess. I was a nice grader.
You
This
said
was a
solid 6.
well, no, it was a so my totals were 3.4, 3.2. And again, I think some of this was just doing it all at once and not really having a good grading scale. These
But did you think
Really
Origins
low.
of Evil was
What was your score for
better?
that?
So yeah, Origins of Evil was the one ranked better.
Yeah.
Yeah. There in literally on the breakdown, I gave Origins of Evil just had 1 point more in one category.
Yeah, I did the exact same.
So
we
yeah.
all did the same
Your
shit.
movies are flipped because I have Origins of Evil as a 3.2 and Ouija, just the original one, 3.3.
Interesting. So you thought that the original was a better movie, just barely.
I think it was because it came first.
Oh, so it got the
That's fair.
originality point. What did you think? What was your score for
Yeah.
Ouija?
Origins of Evil.
If you were to rank it, you gotta
Yeah.
give it a number.
I know
score.
you've seen Ouija before.
Probably I barely remember it, so not very memorable. Maybe like a 3.
So if we were, yeah. No, you have seen.
I've seen one.
You saw Ouija, yeah.
I saw one. And that
Okay.
was the second one that you watched,
Yeah.
which I think was supposed to be the first one.
The prequel, I think.
Yes.
Origins of Evil. Did it take place in the 50s or was it modern day? The one that you saw.
I want to say modern day.
Okay, so you saw the original.
Yeah. Yep. Because you guys watched that. You watched the sequel before you watched the prequel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
that
It
is
was the
true.
first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3.
3. Okay.
Jack, what was your total? Again?
Mine was 2.2 for Origins of Evil and 2 for Ouija.
I'm curious what your low end of your list is going to be.
I think these bottom out.
Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
think this bottoms. This sucked.
I have one lower than this.
I have 4 lower than those on my list.
Really?
You were hardcore, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was not. I didn't pull any punches.
Well, what are the averages there, Chris?
So
What's this come out to?
what we're looking at right
Boy,
now.
the editing on this one's going to
who am I
suck.
missing?
Yeah, it
It's
is.
going to be a lot of
Yeah.
graphics.
Yes. Pierce, what was your Ouija again?
Just the
The 2014?
just the normal Ouija. 3.3.
3.3.
And then Origins of Evil for me was 3.2.
Okay, yeah. So for Origins of Evil, we have a total ranking of 2.95.
Not
and
a great look.
for normal Ouija, we have 2.875.
Nice. So that may be our worst movie so
We'll see.
far.
I don't
we don't know yet.
So far, definitely.
It felt like it to me.
There's been
with the
2.
exception of I think one other movie maybe.
Well,
I ranked lower.
this next movie has been talked about for ages. It's a big reason that this re-ranking's happening. It's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, you know what? I gave this one and a literally completely middling 5.
5?
For me,
Wow.
I said not because I thought it was good, but because to me this is the epitome of a milquetoast movie.
You know what's really funny? I scored all 5 categories. I kept track of all my categories, and this averaged out at a 5.
Wow.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. You know what? For me,
Oh, did you lie?
I did lie because I forgot I gave it a 3 for the it factor because I said whatever.
Yeah, it was kind of in the zeitgeist.
So it was 4.2 for me. Was this
4.2.
movie?
Wow.
But I mean, this movie for me was literally. It's like if I could have given it the exact middle, I would have because this is like the benchmark movie. You
Yeah.
watch this and you're like, cool. I watched a movie.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah. I ended up I rated the production pretty high because it was
Yeah.
Looked good.
well produced movie,
Good
good
actors.
script, good actors. Yeah, the creativity I actually gave it pretty high because even though it is based on a game, which normally I feel like isn't super creative. All of us made a point in a comment of I didn't expect it to go that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that stuck out to me, and I felt like it deserved some points on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it was a 5,
Yeah.
solid 5.
Solid 5.
Mine mine on my list is kind of in the middle a little bit, but I get the sense my list the averages are a lot lower than your guys's. Mine is a 3.6.
So is mine.
Jesus.
Oh really?
Sorry, I just did the math.
It's a 3.6 on yours too.
I thought
Yeah.
you liked
That's
this
funny.
movie. You were one of its biggest proponents.
Well-
You fought for this movie.
As you know, as I've matured a little bit and grown, I see that it is a more average movie. I think I ranked, the creativity wasn't super high. The production was really high. I had the it factor at, I think it was like a 3.
Yeah. It got some points for me for the silly character insert scene when they were
Yeah.
dancing with the robots.
Yep, yeah.
I was like, that's
But-
pretty funny.
Yeah, I think I rated the what brought it down for me. I think it was just the I don't know, the scariness really brought it down.
Same. It really tanked
Yeah,
it for
I
me.
did give it a 5 on scariness.
Yeah.
Probably not appropriate.
And you know what
It's
killed
not a
it?
Scary movie.
No, what killed it on the entertainment value for me too was really what stuck out to me was would you show a friend? And I was like,
Damn,
No,
dude,
I
you're
wouldn't.
making
Yeah.
some serious good. Well,
Yeah.
But I mean, it was kind of enjoyable. So like I was like, it was kind of enjoyable. So I gave it like kind of average, a 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I wouldn't show anybody this, and it didn't have an emotional impact on me.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
here's what I'm learning about the way we're interpreting the scale is for me. I started at every movie's a 5, and then it either gets or it loses points.
That's a good idea.
You started at 0, and then movies only get points.
Yeah. I just kind of ballpark. So for me,
Yeah.
I gave it a 5 for entertainment, but I gave it that because I was like, it was an okay movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it in the moment. You know, I didn't love it, didn't hate it. So I gave it a 5, but I didn't really take into the all-encompassing nature of the entertainment category.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the best part about this is it really doesn't matter how we individually rank it.
Yeah.
Because as long as we
balances out.
rank it consistently, our lists all average out anyways.
Yeah.
So
What does
that's
it
the
average
beauty
out
of
to?
it. Well, Riley.
Yeah, what was your 3?
Oh
what-
yeah, you said 3.6.
Why did you give it a 3.6? What was the?
Can't argue with the math. I did the math.
That's right. And if you can argue with the math, send us an email, nerds.
Leave a comment and leave a like.
Yeah, subscribe.
You won't.
I was kind of the opposite. My scariness was a little hiked, but that's just because I really don't like gore movies.
Freddy Fazbear. Ah!
I don't think there's a lot of gore in this. Maybe I'm
There was like
misremembering
one
it.
shot where somebody
What?
got like hit, right? The gore,
Oh.
or somebody got like stabbed.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. Yeah,
I don't remember any gore in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy?
yeah.
No,
And then it only got worse because then we watched fucking Winnie the Pooh.
oh,
Good
I remember
segue.
this. I remember how uneasy I fucking felt. Look,
okay,
Good
yeah.
segue.
yeah.
That
What
is a
section
good
was that? Yeah, that was
segue.
scariness. Yeah, so my scariness is ranked high. I think I ranked it maybe like a 6.
Damn. You
Uh,
were quivering in your boots.
No, I mean,
not big on gore.
Yeah, no.
I would, and I think some jump scares got me too.
Yeah.
That,
there
okay,
was-
that
I
might
think
be
there's a
that
couple.
might be a little bit
I-
high, but
I mean, I gave it a 5. So we
I
gave
gave
the
it
same thing.
a 2 on scariness for Five Nights at
Yeah,
Freddy's.
mine was
Yeah.
pretty low.
I think I
Yeah.
gave it like about a 4 in production.
Mm-hmm.
And then entertainment value was more like a 3 or 2.
Yeah, Sure.
It
sort of
wasn't, you know,
regular.
I didn't. I
What's it come out to?
Yeah, so this averages
Christopher?
out to 4.1.
I'm
That's not, yeah,
honestly,
I'm very happy
Yeah.
with this. so far.
understandable.
yeah.
Seems to be going well.
Now,
Which Riley had a good segue. Next
Yeah.
was
Yeah, what'd you put Winnie the Pooh in?
what was
I
that?
have to go last.
That was crazy.
Okay, she does.
Always.
every once in a while, I pull something out my little goodie bag.
Sound like Piglet.
Yeah, this one averaged out. So it's interesting doing the average thing because before we were dividing by 5, I gave it a 30, and I thought that was a pretty high score. 30 out of 40. Comes out to a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
This-
me, standout categories, production for the budget of this movie. It looked great. It was shot well. The CGI and like gory stuff. It was like, it was a gory movie and done well, not to the point of just like grotesqueness for the sake of it. I mean, it was a grotesque movie, but
Right.
like, I didn't feel like it wasn't, I don't know. It's weird talking about gore and like, oh, is this tasteful gore? But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
7 for the it factor. It was just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only point where it lost points for me was the creativity section. It was just like, listen, it's Winnie the Pooh. Like, people have thought, like, what if a childhood story you like is evil before, you know?
Right.
And it's just like this hit the public domain, and the guy jumped on it, and that's sick. But it lost a point off the average.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
So overall, 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4.9.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which I guess for your list though is pretty.
It's
Yeah.
pretty high on my
That's
list.
pretty good.
And I had a tough time with the creativity part of it because I was like, well, it's based on an existing IP, but they did something new with that existing IP. Mm-hmm. So it was pretty middling. The it factor, I gave it a decent score on, I think, just because it. I was like, it's kind of marking a change in characters, I think, because all of a sudden all these new characters are coming into the public domain, and they were the first to really jump on it and do something with it. So, it's yet to see if that's going to become a trend or not, but I suspect it will. So, yeah, for me, it's a solid 4.9.
4.9, yeah. And you said it was a 6 for you, Jack?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Yeah, for me, this actually has my individual highest score in a category. I gave it an 8 in the It Factor.
Wow.
I remember
You love this.
loving this movie. Like, I watched it and I was like, oh my God, I thought this was going to be so terrible. This was amazing.
Yeah.
Just the bees, the fight scene.
I forgot about the
him
goddamn
eating honey.
bees.
I remember it all.
Fuck.
It was great. Yeah, the fight
Yeah.
scene when they were beating him up, that was hilarious.
The ending of that movie is so good.
No, I love it.
Love
It took some hits in the creativity and scariness for me, but gave it kind of average on the production.
Yeah, it had a decent production.
Yeah, obviously.
Especially for low budget.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I gave it a little bit of a hit for that, but it was amazing all around.
Yeah.
My total score for this one was 5.6.
Nice.
Damn. Respectable.
I also, by the way, have this set up to show us our bottom 5 and top 3, so it ranks our individual lists, so we can go through that at the end as well.
nice.
Wow.
And Riley,
Where you putting it?
yeah.
I don't know if me
Winnie
and
the
Pierce
Pooh.
have the same mathematician, but I am also a 4.5.
Wow.
I'm a math magician.
4.5. You said 0.5, you say?
4.9.
9, okay. Gotcha. Old man ears, sorry.
For similar reasons, or is your scale, does it take some hits places?
It takes a hit in creativity,
Yeah.
and my production was pretty average. The highest ranking was an It value, It Factor, which was also 8, same as Chris's, and then I think my scariness was maybe around like a 6 or 7.
Yeah, this movie did have some scary bits. Some scary bits,
true.
indeed. Yeah. And it was creepy. Like, the character design was just sort of, like, off-putting. I love it. I really enjoyed this movie. This was a good one.
Yeah.
I
look
think, like,
back
if
on
I were to give it a
fondly.
go watch score, this would be very, like, just go watch the movie. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, man, I was just thinking about, like, the fucking ending of the
fact
best
that
part
they-
about this movie. Why did they all have country accents in London or
yeah.
wherever they were? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I think there was an Australian guy,
yeah.
too.
Yeah, there was an Australian guy. What a movie.
Oi!
Oi,
Dingo!
you messing with these girls, bear?
Something more like Shrek.
Hey, boys, kick his ass. So funny.
Okay, what movie's next, Chris? We gotta fly
Yeah.
through these. We
Yeah,
got so
we're gonna-
many.
Yeah, we have so many. Okay, yeah, let's rapid fire
gotta
this.
rip
Next
these.
is The Haunting of Molly Hartley.
Fuck.
Oh, dude, this fucking movie.
Boo!
Really?
Yeah.
Don't look at my list.
This one wasn't bad for me.
Don't you look
It
over
was
here. I
okay.
gotta keep
Really?
this
Oh,
list
I
secret,
actually
dude.
Books,
have a tie.
dude.
Let's see.
I gotta keep these.
So this one from me got a
forgot about the books part.
5.2. I gave it low points for creativity and scariness. It was kind of just Degrassi, but with
Yeah.
a little extra world building.
Yeah.
The production average, whatever. But it was fun to watch, and I gave it a 7 on the It Factor because this movie is just fun. You can sit and watch this movie with your friends and be like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah.
And just rag on all the characters, and it's a good time. Did we watch this one together, or did we watch it separately?
No, I think we watched it separately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, that was what did I say? 5.2.
5.2. Yeah. I actually had it the exact same thing.
Hell yeah.
I just a lot of 5s, couple 5s, couple 6s, a 4 in there. Just really average movie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not a ton to say on it.
Yeah.
And when I was going through this and thinking about it and trying to remember it, I just was like, I don't have fun thinking about this movie. So mine was a what's that? Mine was a 3.
A 3.
Just a
3,
straight
yeah.
3.
Okay.
It just wasn't memorable for you.
You know, I found myself remembering certain parts, but when I thought about them, I was like, that's a dumb movie.
It was a dumb movie.
The ending was dumb. The plot
so
points were
funny, yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense, and nothing happened.
None at all. No sense.
It was dumb.
What did you think?
5.2.
5.2 as well.
I love this movie. I really liked it. When she knocks her dad out on the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
It was so mean.
And her mom's just.
He was
Yeah.
such a.
Her fake panic attack.
Oh my God. Those are. Oh, God.
The DJ at the party.
Party, dude.
Yeah.
The drinks that change colors.
Oh my god.
There's so much to digest here. Okay,
Jesus.
where did we end up with
And
this
this is actually the second highest ranked movie so far at 4.65.
one? Oh yeah. People are gonna look at this score and be like, "These guys hated every movie."
Well,
But a 4.5
No, that's
feels like a good
Pretty
score.
good.
Feels like a
so
pretty
I
good
felt bad
score.
when I looked at my list, and I was like, "Wow, they're all. Most of them are below 5 on my list." But then I remembered that this movie we watch bad movies.
Yeah.
This podcast.
This
This podcast
is the
we watch
point
bad
of the
movies.
podcast
Yeah.
is to have low
So I was
rankings.
like, "Oh yeah, that's right." If
All
there's
right.
something above a 5 on this, it was good.
Yeah.
yep.
What is next?
Next is Inseminoid.
Ooh,
This
what did I give
is-
this one?
Get ready for my number 1 worst movie, Inseminoid.
Spoiler.
On my
Me too.
Oh, well, I gave it a 2.2,
Wow.
and that was my lowest.
I had it at a solid 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, yep, that was my lowest as well.
Yeah.
I
Bad.
gave it a 2.8. Not my lowest, but
I'm shocked.
I actually remembering this movie, it got points in the entertainment value because I would show this movie to somebody.
That's fair.
If I was like, "Do you want to see a weird fucking movie that's bad and is hilarious?" So it got points for that. It got points for the fucking scene where they're talking just through radio static. So funny. And then the really slow railroad chase scene. All very memorable moments for me.
Yeah.
And when that one guy keeps going, "What are you doing, woman?" It's just, oh man, it's such a bad British alien ripoff that like you can't help but love it a little bit.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And even though it is the lowest on my list, I would watch, or the highest on my list as the worst, I would. It's getting confusing. Yeah. I would rewatch it.
Yeah.
If you got me drunk enough, you steal my sobriety away, I could be talking
Like if we
watching
watched this
again.
movie together,
Oh my god.
I think we'd have a different memory of it than watching it alone. What did
I
you give
agree.
it, Riley?
I'm never watching this movie ever again.
What was
Yeah.
your
Never.
score?
1.5.
Oh my god!
Jesus. Was that the lowest? I guess you don't know.
Hater.
I think that's got. I mean, that's the
I
lowest
don't
score
see-
so far.
Yeah, I don't see how that can get
But,
lower.
I mean, to get a 1.5. I mean,
Yeah, I
everything
remember
had to
you.
get-
You did not like.
I
this
know.
movie. You hated this movie.
Hated.
Remember when we did
Despised.
that
Disgusted.
Yeah. Taken aback.
Do you remember when we did that bit where we pretended to be British people? And
Oh yeah, we did that in this movie.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I'll insert a clip of that here.
oh, little Tom Holland.
What's next?
Next is another fan favorite, Skinamarink.
Oh, this one's gonna get controversial.
Yeah.
You're gonna be shocked
Yeah, you will be shocked.
at my list.
Okay, I
Where
gotta
it
find my
is.
score. Oh shoot, what did I give it? I don't think this is gonna be surprising to any of you. This was one of my highest rated movies. I gave it a 6.8.
I'm not surprised.
So the big standout things are emotional impact. This one got me. This movie
Sure.
got me. I gave it a 7
Yeah,
for
sure.
emotional
don't know
impact.
how, but yeah.
Creativity. It was an experimental ass movie.
Sure.
Very creative. And I mean, I kind of misused my it factor, but this one had it for me.
Well,
so
yeah.
it got a 10.
No,
for
that's
the
No,
it
that's
what it's there for.
that's exactly what
I
this
loved
is for.
it. I thought it was scary. I loved looking at the dark shapes and be like, "What is? Oh my god!" And you can listen to the episode about me raving about it for 45 minutes.
He's like
Yeah.
20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where it was for
This
me.
movie was for you.
Yeah,
yes.
it was for me.
Yeah. I don't know. Jack, you're gonna be shocked at my ranking of this. It's number 10 on my list.
Interesting.
So it's in the
Kind of it's sort of trailing the bottom third.
as one of the better
That is
movies.
kind of shocking, actually.
I know. And the reason it's that high was the creativity.
Yeah.
It got, I think it got the highest creativity factor of anything I ranked. And that offset the low production score that I gave it.
Sure. Yeah.
Because, there wasn't much of a production to speak of, in my opinion, but It got a really high creativity score. It got a pretty decent it factor score because people are, they talk about it and they watch it. So yeah, it got a 4.
Yeah, I think I did ding it for production just because there isn't a whole lot of production to go off of in the first place. Not a lot happens.
Yeah,
I mean it's the guy's childhood home.
Yeah,
right? You can only do so much with that set.
Yeah, but there were other things that bumped it up, and it
came around.
I was surprised it was that high on my list.
Yeah,
because I felt like I gave it lots of low scores, but the creativity and the it factor really bumped it.
Yeah, this one was actually it's kind of rounding out. It's number 5 on my list. It's not the best.
Okay, yes, this is the point of the rubric.
Yeah, I was not a big fan. I dinged it hard for production and entertainment.
Yeah.
I hated this.
Yeah.
I hated sitting through this movie. I
did too.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
I wish I was banging my head on that wall. I did give it a 9 for creativity. Actually.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I had it at an 8, but as you guys were talking, I noticed it was tied with another one.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to kind of change
Switch
some
things
stuff.
around.
Yep. What was your score on it?
Yeah, this right now is at a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same as
But
me.
Shockingly different rationalizations.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Also, a 4 for me is the 4th worst movie.
Yeah.
A 4 for him is
yeah.
the 10th.
I love
best.
how we
Yeah.
interpret it differently.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
It's so
How-
great,
How do
yeah.
scales work? What do you think, Riley?
What do you?
What was your score?
I gave it a 6.8.
Yeah, he liked this movie.
I like this movie a lot.
Yeah. Don't know how. but
What will she do? She's contemplating it. You can see her deep in thought.
Gears
You can
turn.
So
see. It's
I did the math, but I
turning.
think I'm arguing with the math because it said 5, but that doesn't feel right.
You
'cause
can't
I,
argue with the math.
You're the one who said
No.
it.
I know. I recant.
Nice word. Dude, that was sick.
You've been-
I recant.
Have you been like learning and studying? Over there?
Maybe.
You've been reading?
Oh, dude, she's expanding her horizon.
Oh,
What a
So
loser.
are you making it higher or lower?
I don't know.
Make a decision.
yeah. Time to start dinging it. Just nope.
Make a
I take that point away.
decision.
What did
take
I
that
rank
away.
Molly Holly again?
Molly Holly was a 5.2. At number 5,
Oh,
this
was a
is your
5.2?
second best movie. Molly
Okay.
Hartley's a 5.2. Winnie the Pooh's a 4.9.
We'll do a 4.8.
4.8.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do a 4.8.
I don't. Yeah.
I was thinking
You liked it.
the math came out higher than Molly Holly.
Okay.
close.
Yeah, you thought it was okay.
It was out, yeah. You definitely influenced my decisions.
He's
and yeah,
influential.
that
What am
creativity section bumped it in there.
He influences me
with
every
that.
day.
What was
it
yours
factor.
again,
Do what you
Pierce?
can.
Mine was a 4, same as yours.
A 4. Okay.
Yeah, Jack is an influencer.
That puts this at a 4.9,
Okay. Cool.
which takes over the second ranked spot in terms of best movies.
This average.
So it's second to
this
worst.
average system is nice.
Oh my
dude.
God,
I
it's
like
crazy.
It a lot.
Yeah, it's really working for you.
Yeah, I gave the movies I liked, but I knew you guys hated like tents and everything.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew he was going to do that
Manipulate the
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have old next.
Oh no!
Kick us off,
I'm gonna go
Jack.
quick.
Yep.
This one got a Jesus Christ thumbs, please. 2.8. Listen, I gave it decent production because it looked good.
Me too.
But the writing fucking sucked.
Yes.
It was dumb.
Yes.
I actually said I hated all of it, but would probably show it to a friend if they wanted to watch something
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
So it got some points there. Uneasy, scary, but grotesque for the sake of it. Again, listen to the fucking podcast. +2 for the it factor, specifically for the scary crawling scene.
Yes. Yeah. This was the second worst on my list, my personal list, at a 2.3. It got
Wow.
1 point better than Inseminoid.
Dang.
Impressive.
1 point better than Inseminoid. Yeah.
Impressive.
Old. It's number 2 on my list. Which is crazy because when I first saw it in the theaters in Massachusetts, when I was in Massachusetts for a time, I thought it was incredible. And I was excited to watch it for this podcast, and I hated every single second of it.
Yeah, I
wished I was on that beach.
Oh.
So I could get old and die.
Yeah, so I didn't have to fucking do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's my best joke of the entire podcast, I think. Like
It's really
all,
good.
all episodes.
Yeah. I have this movie at 3.6. The highest score I gave it was a 5 in creativity because it was a decent idea. I think it could have been executed better, but
Yeah.
Well, did you know it was based on a book
good idea. Oh, wow.
that somebody gave M. Night Shyamalan for Father's
No,
Day?
I don't want to do this again.
That's
No.
a- that's a-
Shyamalan, if you're listening to this podcast,
I'm sorry.
this one wasn't a winner.
No,
Yeah,
I
no,
wish.
this one wasn't.
But to Riley.
Yeah,
A 6!
Riley.
6! A solid 6!
No,
Write it down!
she's weaponizing. We should
Veto.
do vetoes.
Oh, no!
Veto.
That's a 0.
This is where that veto would come in handy if somebody
Yeah.
starts weaponizing the scale,
No,
the UN of movies.
and actually looking at this is a 3.675 is the total average.
A 6?
Yes.
What? Why?
I thought it
She liked
looked
it.
great. I thought it looked great. I had such a fun time watching this. I loved watching this.
Oh my God,
movie.
they're getting older.
I thought I put a creativity at pretty high. I think it was like a 6.
Sure.
Scariness was a little bit lower, but still average because it wasn't scary, but it did make me very
creepy.
uneasy.
Yeah.
And then It Factor, I think, was like a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think that's a fair ranking.
Yeah, I give
I
you
liked
that.
this movie.
Yeah, yeah. In the total list, it knocks it about in the middle right now. Total list. There's the 2 Ouijas, Inseminoid, that is worse than it, and then Old. So
Yeah.
middle of the pack.
How many have we been through so far?
This was number 8.
Oh,
So we're
sick.
going on to number 9.
So we're about halfway through.
Yeah,
Which
about halfway
is-
through the list.
Nice.
Ooh, great job. Number 9.
I'm quick at math.
Ditches the Clown.
Oh, this movie.
Stitches. It itches.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was
Oh
great.
man, you should play that.
I've
right
got
now.
jacked bitches on steroids, and I keep them on the second floor.
Picked a pickled pint of pickled
Do you want that out there in the world?
Not really. I actually.
I didn't think so, but
I'm kind of on the fly altering some math here.
Okay.
Because let's see. How did I rank this? Oh, okay. I think my mistake was I ranked it very high in the entertainment because I found this movie very entertaining.
It was
to watch.
entertaining.
I agree.
In hindsight, looking at this now, it didn't deserve the 10 that I gave it
Oh my god.
because it wasn't
Rough.
that
yeah.
entertaining.
Oh my god.
So I was thinking the only thing I could think about was I was just like, clown funny. 10 out of 10. What's my highest score so far?
Your highest
Yeah.
so far.
So let me do I'm fighting the math here.
Your highest so far is Skinamarink.
At
a
Skinny
6.8.
Maninky?
At a 6.8, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give this one. I'm gonna give this one a 6.
A solid
Give it a
6.
6.
Okay.
Wow. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I remember it was enjoyable to watch. I got really in depth about the clown lore behind this movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
It had some problems, but I thought it was stupid and fun.
yeah.
So
It was
6.
yeah, it's a silly movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mine is a Stitches came out as a 5 on my list.
As a
Yeah,
5.
that's pretty high for your
pretty
list.
good.
It was the
Yeah.
second. It was the third best on my list.
Yeah, it's the second best on my list, coming out at a 5.8.
Okay.
It's same thing. I enjoyed the movie. The production was all right. I gave it some bumps in the it factor, creativity, enjoyment. I enjoyed it. It was a
just
good
off of the opening like 5-minute
Yeah.
sequence alone. I said,
Yeah,
Six.
And it did high school kids. Like it portrayed high school kids pretty accurately.
Yeah.
And we learned about the clown eggs.
yeah, we did learn about clown eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know that those existed.
Also, special note I want to add in on this, which maybe should have gave it some bonus points. I think this is the current champion of
Oh, it
the
might be.
best high school party.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah, is it?
Yeah,
Well, I don't know because the one in Molly Holly was pretty good.
Yeah, the sub list of high school parties. We'll have to have a
Yeah,
bonus
we'll bust that out
bonus.
for
What do we
after
call those?
hours.
After
Yeah.
hours.
I thought we should change that to After Dark.
After Dark
After
is
Dark,
good too.
yeah.
But that's so overdone. After Dark.
After Dark, is it?
I feel like
people do
After Hours is so
After
overdone.
Hours, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like that's not the first time I've heard that.
We're off topic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Riley, what did you
Sorry.
think?
So Riley, yeah,
I have it at a solid 4.
Okay.
solid 4.
I will say the brunt of that is coming from entertainment value.
Yeah, that definitely bumped it in mine.
But was it the goriness of this movie that you didn't?
Actually, I had scariness at like a 2,
Oh, really?
3.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you like this movie more than, or did you like Skinamarink more than this movie? Think Skinamarink is all around
Don't fight the math.
a
Don't-
better movie
Don't
than
fight
this?
it. Don't fight the math.
No.
No, really.
Yeah. Is the math wrong then?
I mean, your math isn't mathing up for that one, but it's your list, you know.
Okay, bump it up to a
I'm gonna-
4.5.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna hate on this movie.
Throw another half point on that bad boy.
Listen, I'm not satisfied with the 4.5.
Stop trying to
'cause that's still
manipulate the
under-
list, dude.
I'm controlling
my
it. I didn't
Skinamarink
change
at?
it. Your
He
Skinamarink
put himself in
at
charge.
Is that 4.8?
Veto.
Okay,
Yeah.
give it a 5. Give
He's
it a
the
5.
list
then.
master.
No. We're not
Yes.
changing it.
Yes, we are. Mother, that's my score. Change it to a fucking 5.
So,
That's my ranking.
so this is your second favorite movie.
Stitches? Yeah.
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 Are you saying that?
Stop being so cagey.
What's happening?
All right.
What's going on?
I liked watching that movie.
Okay.
Again, high entertainment value.
Okay.
Continue.
The
Christ.
total for that one was 5.45.
Stitches? Where's
Yeah.
that put it?
That puts it.
I guess we'll do this at the end. What's the next movie?
Yeah. Actually, I think that puts it at number 1 so far.
Damn. It's kind of where it was.
Yeah. Number 1 is Jack Frost.
Oh.
Was it really on our list so far?
Or no, sorry.
The next
Next
movie
is
is
Jack
Jack
Frost.
Frost.
Yeah.
Oh.
So far, number 1 is Stitches.
Wow, what a segue because Jack Frost was number 1 on my list.
Wowza.
Really?
With a 5.8.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yep, I remember having a lot of fun with that movie. I thought it was decently creative for what it was. The production value was pretty decent, with what they were working with. But it got an it factor for me because I was like, "This is great.
Yeah.
This is so much fun." It was just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on board. This one got a 4.6 for me. It lost points in creativity. I wrote Snowman Angie. And then it wasn't a scary movie. It was more funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, production it did better than I think it should have, just because it was so fun and it looked fun to be in.
Yeah.
I think that was a big part. 4.6.
Nice.
Yeah. I had it at a solid. This one was actually also. No, I'm not gonna do that. It was a
fighting the math over
5.2.
there.
Yeah. Well, So this is tied with Molly Holly. So I'm trying to not have ties.
No, I didn't either. If I had a tie, I just
Tried to pick one.
picked
Yeah.
which one I liked better and bumped it up.
Well,
0.1.
the problem is in bumping up the score here, correcting that actually
stop
ties it with the next one.
Let the math
Jesus.
speak,
So, yeah.
brother.
I guess, yeah. So I have Jack Frost at a 5.2.
Nice. Riley, Jack Frost,
4.3.
4.3.
4.3.
Nice.
Okay.
A very stoic 4.3.
Yep.
Yeah. Jack, you had 4.8, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I got.
I thought so.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. I was doing a different joke.
Oh,
Let me do it
you
again.
Bastard.
4.6.
4.6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
Jack Frost.
Yeah.
It was good. That's
Yeah.
a fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
I'd
good
watch
movie.
it again.
Pleasant. A great Christmas film.
Yeah, I'd show a friend.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. That puts it at a 4.975.
Very nice. Cool.
That's
Solid.
pretty high up on the list.
What's next?
Next is The Happening.
Well, I'll go ahead since I have mine right here. The Happening for me was pretty middling in my list. It came out to a 3.5. So it was It's a Shyamalan kind of classic, but it's pretty goofy.
Yeah.
It's pretty goofy.
Yeah, this one also middling, but I think it made up a lot of ground on my list.
I agree.
So I gave it a 5, and I would give it higher, but it would involve me like actively manipulating the other scores because it does not deserve a good score in scariness.
No.
It doesn't deserve a good score in production value.
No.
Entertainment value, it got some points.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, this movie is so quotable, and I think about it more often than not. I mean, I just sometimes
Love
I'll be
those
sitting
hot
around
dogs.
and I'll think about like, I'll be like, oh, packing hot dogs. Plants don't eat them, but I do. And it's like this fucking movie is hilarious.
Yeah.
Or like when every time Riley does the joke where she's like, think about the process, do the math. I'm like, this movie is amazing. So it had it. It got a
lady.
10 in the it factor for me. It bumps it up. It's a
lady.
5.
Yeah, I had it at a 4.4. Overall on the list, it's pretty middling, but yeah, it just did give it a couple
A Marky
bumps
Mark
in that
bonus.
it factor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marky Mark. He bumped it up.
had to. Riley, what were you thinking of this movie?
5.5.
You liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not a bad movie.
You like Shyamalan flicks.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm
Big Shyamalan
not proud
fan.
to say that, but I do.
Do you like this one because of its like serious, like its serious nature? It's like it's a serious movie, or did you think it was like funny, silly, fun movie?
Silly
Honestly,
fun
a little bit
or
of
serious.
I liked that it pulled me both ways
Okay.
in a span of 30 minutes.
Oh, it made you think.
Or not 30 minutes.
No, that's right. That's right. 30 minutes is right. That's how long it takes to really figure out what's going on.
Sorry.
So
If you cut all the bullshit out of that movie, it'd probably
Yeah,
be 30 minutes.
that's why you liked it so much. Is you watched the corrected cut, where it was only
Yeah.
30 minutes long.
Yeah,
And
you
a
just skip past all the bad
movie,
parts.
because of it.
It was really tight.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
great 21 minutes of just pure action.
no, but yeah, that brings us to overall 4.6.
Yeah, it's outrunning the
So-
wind.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about this movie. It's so like, who wrote that? It's so funny. Okay, what's next?
Crazy.
Chris?
Yeah, and next is actually my personal number one movie. Kind of surprised me, but it makes sense. Freddy versus Jason. Yeah.
What did we give
This one ended up for
Oh,
me
Jesus
being
Christ.
a 6.
Wow.
It just I gave it good entertainment, enjoyed the movie, decent production. I mean, a lot of time, a lot of energy put into it.
Yeah.
I maybe gave it a little too many points in creativity. I gave it a 7.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I
A 7 as the final movie in 2 like 40-year franchises.
Yeah.
I also though only gave it a 5 for the it factor, so I feel like those are
Balances
easily
out.
swapped.
Yeah.
But yeah, it like I said, it ended up being my number one
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna lose your shit. I give this movie a 7.4. That's how the math came out. A 7.4. And
Jesus.
okay, and
Explain.
the big things for it were entertainment.
Yeah.
It was so fun to watch.
It's a fun ass
Yep.
movie.
The it factor. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the way I'm going to sum it up is it's a 7.4. It's my highest list. This movie felt for me like the first time I connected with like horror movies as a genre.
I agree.
Like this to me was like I feel like I'm part of, the 50 years of horror movie history
Right.
that led up to watching something like Stitches. Like this feels like a foundational movie of the genre for me, even though it's not. Like it's one of the last movies of the genre. Of these
series.
franchises. But I never watched those as a kid, so
Yeah.
for me this was my first experience with it.
Same.
And I was like, you know what? I see what everybody's on about.
Yeah.
The shit is fun.
Yeah.
And it was written really well.
It was.
Yeah. And corporeal hookah worm. Dude,
Love
what
it.
the fuck?
That's right.
Yeah, so that's me, 7.4.
Wow. This was the second best on mine. And I kind of wish I would have put it as the best on mine, but I gave it a 5.7.
That's a fucking high score on your list.
It is.
That
Second
is,
highest.
Yeah.
0.1 under Jack Frost.
Yeah, exactly. It was fun. I love that movie.
I'm staring you down. Give me your ranking. Tell me what it is. A 5? A solid 5? Okay.
Average.
Jack's like, the history, and it's the culmination of 60 years of filmmaking. 5.
Well, and I'll say another thing about this movie that kind of gives it some bonus points that a lot of other of these movies missed out on is the scariness.
Yeah.
Because this actually had some
scary
jump
parts.
scares,
Yeah.
had some gore. Like, this was...
I should have given it a higher it factor. He's had Rey Mysterio in it.
Yeah.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Also,
619.
That's right. He did play that guy. Freddy. No.
He was a stunt double for Jason.
Jason. I got Jason.
No, I think
No,
he
for
was
Freddy. For
yeah.
Freddy.
Fazbear.
Yeah.
He was for Freddy. Yeah.
Oh, then I got the Freddy's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Lots of
and
Freddy's in
Yeah,
scary movies.
seriously. Scary
That-
name.
And Chucky's.
as I'm sure none of us are surprised at, puts this at our current number 1
Yeah.
at 6.025.
Let's go. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, we should just forget these last 3 movies ever happened and
What
get
are
outta
they?
Here. No, it's Disappointment Room, Pooka, and Blood Call.
Oh my.
Do we want to
God.
just
No, let's just jump on disappointment. Let's just keep going.
one by one?
Disappointments Room.
Let's
one
go.
by one.
Yeah,
Disappointments Room got a 6 for me.
6.
And- Yeah, a 6. It sucks. It's a dumb movie.
A 6.
Oh, I'm so
6.
sorry. It got a 1.
I was like,
I got so mad I read my uncorrected score. What's 6 divided by 5? It got a 1.2.
Holy
I
shit.
said the tone. A 6. I hated it.
6. I love this movie, but I'm pissed about it.
I forgot to do the math. 1.2.
That was crazy.
It fucking sucked.
I love that.
Here's it got +1 for the it factor because it really put the it in shit. Thank you.
yeah.
I fucking hated this movie. Dude.
when did you come up with that?
When I was sitting. It was like at 6 o'clock this morning. I was like, I was like, that's pretty funny. Oh my god! Listen, just write a better movie. They had so many chances.
Yeah, I give it a 2.4. This is the third worst for me.
Wow.
Almost. I put it worse than Old. But
Wow, yeah.
I was like, Old was pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a 4.2 for me. Number 6.
Veto.
It's number 6, actually just outside of my worst 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Middling for you.
Yep.
You're a madman.
You're an insane
It-
person.
Did you take a hit in the head?
Well,
Were you asleep for
what
most of
I
the movie?
gave it is I gave it some points in creativity because the concept of the disappointment room is
It's a
again
real thing that they
Yes.
stole. And then they butchered.
yes, but
It was better in real life.
no one else has used the concept.
The real people did. Real people used it in
that
real
actual
life.
judge.
The actual judge. This movie was based off of a true story. Okay, I'm sorry.
And I think we can all agree that true story is really scary. This is a terrible movie. But the true story this is based on carries the ranking for me, essentially.
Understandable.
Wow, you should have just given the true story like you
Separate
should've just-
ranking for the true
maybe
story.
like a
Maybe I
like a
should've.
link in the letterbox listen.
Maybe I should have.
Yeah.
I respect your opinion, but I
Yeah.
But
you're
don't.
wrong.
That's
I respect
fair.
that you're wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah, I respect your right to be wrong.
That's fair. I was also kind of like watching this movie felt like a fever dream, so
Yeah.
I just kind of remember it happening.
Washed
All right,
over you.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. I mean, but I think that's
Right.
fair. Like, this was bad. This was a bad movie
Yeah.
for me, but it just wasn't memorable. So that might warrant a difference.
Yeah.
Which
I
understand.
think so. A theme for my like top 5 worst movies. I remember disliking these.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
fair.
this one, I thought it was bad, but I was like,
Not that
Whatever.
memorable.
you know, it wasn't memorable enough.
Yeah. Riley?
2.5.
Solid.
We get all heated.
The delivery is amazing.
So
in every
dry.
movie.
All right.
So dry.
And then
Do you want to expand on it?
It's a shit movie.
Okay, I like it.
Bad.
I like it. Yeah, and that's a 2.57 total ranking.
Damn.
Wow. What's next? What's next?
Pooka.
Pooka.
Yeah.
This one makes my head twist.
Why don't you go first?
Twisty
For a
head over
change.
there. Why don't you go first,
You got
Twisty
it?
head?
You got it ready?
I don't.
No, you gotta do some quick math.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick maths.
No worries.
Quick maths.
No worries. Yeah, I had this at a 4.8.
Wow.
It's the production was pretty good.
Good.
I gave it a middle score for entertainment. I
Sure.
did for a while. I was a little like, but
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it at the end. Creativity, gave it a 6. It's a kind of played out idea, but
Yeah.
I like the Pooka was a interesting idea, interesting concept. They
Yeah.
pulled-
You like movies that are kind of based on real life.
I like some lore. I like
Yeah.
lore-based things.
Yeah.
You know,
Interesting.
yeah,
Be a
it's-
part of something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I initially had it at 4.7, and I knocked it off 1 point because it's not a movie.
Oh.
So it's a 4.6 for me.
That's
The twist.
solid. Very
Yeah,
fair.
I'm giving this one a 4.5. Part of me wants to go lower, but
it.
I'm not going to because this
Go
movie,
lower.
this is not movie. Excuse
This
me.
episode of a
This
web
episode
series.
of a web series had some merit. It was shot well. It looked good. I thought it was funny at times. But just thinking about it, like when I think about this movie, I'm like, whatever. I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, you're our resident like dreamscape movie guy, so
Oh, that's true.
that's
And I
true.
did say in that podcast that I was getting really sick of like rogue state narrative stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think, Riley?
4.2.
4.2. Do you want to expand?
It was a little.
Solid.
It was just average. I think it ranks a little bit higher though because it did have me invested.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
more than some of the other movies that maybe we've watched.
Yeah. And I think
I
it was-
liked I mean, I'm a big psychological thriller kind of girl.
Yeah.
So I think that aspect of it is what drew me in.
Yeah. I think I had one of the better twists on a
I agree.
on a movie
I agree.
that we've seen.
I
on
didn't
this.
think it was very predictable either, and that's what I kind of liked about it.
yeah.
Sure.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Next up, is this the last one or
Yeah. The
Last
last
movie?
one.
Oh,
Blood Car.
Classic
Ooh,
movie. Blood Car. Classic
Blood
movie.
This
Car.
this one actually got ranked higher than I was expecting.
Me too.
For me.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 4.4. I had to give it some bonus points in the entertainment. A couple in the it factor, just like it was
That feels like a cult movie.
cult movie. It was comically bad. Like it was so bad it was funny. So which is a literal like
The definition.
Yeah.
Of the effect. It's so
yeah.
bad it's good.
So I had to. I had to give it some bonus points for that.
That's fair.
4.4.
What'd you give it, Jack? It was your movie.
4.6.
Wow.
Yeah, I think same thing. It got some. I honestly, the production, even though the production sucked, I gave it like a 5 or something in the production score. Just because, like, to me, I felt like everybody was doing a bit the entire time, and I love a movie that just feels like they're doing a bit. Like,
Yeah.
this had Velocipaster vibes, and I love Velocipaster.
It's a great movie.
That is an amazing movie. I love
great
that movie.
movie.
It's Velocipaster, fantastic movie. This is like Velocipaster's
Light.
like for people who love the movie Velocipaster and want to get more into really weird movies that just like some guy makes. This is like your next step.
Yeah.
This
definitely.
this is a good
Yeah.
good next movie.
It's a little bit more niche, I think, than Velocipaster.
Totally. I gave it a 3.4. So it was about dead middle in my list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I like now that we're rounding this up, I'm getting all the rankings here where it's giving me your guys' list.
Nice.
Which I think would be fun if you guys try to, or maybe we try to guess each other's lists. But Riley, why don't you give us your score?
Final drum roll.
4.8.
Nice. That's pretty
Okay.
good,
Yeah.
actually. You like the movie? Movie?
The it factor kind of.
Specifically
it.
for the boob scenes.
Boobs.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of boobs in this movie. There was a lot of boobs, a lot of perky boobs. Production I thought was pretty good, but still kind of average.
I mean, how much money did they spend on the movie?
Not much. I remember it being
25,000?
Yeah.
I guess that is as much
Yeah,
as
that's not-
Winnie the Pooh spent. Though.
I can't remember. Winnie the Pooh might have been less.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But
because I remember I was thinking that this was filmed on like some like your friend's iPhone.
That's what it felt like. Yeah.
Yeah.
iPhone 1.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, average, semi-entertaining.
Average similar. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Blood Car.
Blood Car.
Yeah.
That one girl's in it from that one TV show.
Yep.
Yeah. Check her out.
Cool. We
like
did
it,
it. We
yeah.
re-ranked the list. I feel so
did
much
it.
better with Five Nights at Freddy's, presumably not where
We
it
have
was.
done it.
Unless it ends up being like
The exact same spot.
Yeah.
How do we want to handle this? Do we want to read through the list in the current order?
Yeah, I'm curious as to how
Yeah.
things played out. Let's start with the bottom 5, the worst movies in order.
Should we stop at start at the best and go
And
towards
go to
the worst?
I guess yeah, because the point of the
Yeah.
podcast is the worst.
I'm more curious about what's the worst.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
start with the best
I like
movies
that.
then.
Okay, so
The 5 best movies that we've watched so far, in order from best to least best.
yes,
I'm gonna start saying it like that.
the
This list is in order from best to
Well, because it's
least
not best to worst, because it's the top 5 movies.
Oh, that's fair.
So it's like best to middle worst. Okay, well, what are they? 'Cause-
Top 5.
yeah. So our best movie so far.
What is it?
Dun dun.
Any bets?
I think it's gonna be Freddy versus Jason. I mean, almost certainly.
Oh, I think so too.
Wow, it's almost like I told you guys what it is. Freddy versus Jason.
It's a great movie. It's so fun.
I'm happy with
And
that.
it had a score of 6.025. Actually, we don't need to go through the scores again. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that.
No, give us a scores. Real
I think
quick.
that
Yeah.
was interesting though, because I mean, like a score of 6, that for a movie to beat that, it'd have to be, I think, a pretty fucking good movie.
Yes.
across the average.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's fair.
So we'd all have to rank it like, I don't know, above a 6.
Yeah.
It would have to be just a really good
It
movie.
Yeah.
might be the reigning champion for a while.
Yeah.
At number 14 on the list, we have Stitches.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Coming in with a score of 5.45.
That is a
Excuse me.
significant point drop off
Yeah.
between
Yeah, 5.45.
Freddy versus Jason
Yeah.
and Stitches.
Big drop.
It's so that's ahead by a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, I was so sleepy.
And at 13 is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah, I mean, just
With-
a classic movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Solid.
5.35. So much tighter.
Yeah, it's
Much
good.
tighter.
I expect once it gets down to the lowers, it'll be a little tight.
We have at number 12 our good buddy Jack Frost.
Solid. I'm pretty
Yeah.
happy with this list so far, I have
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah. I'm looking over
feels
yours
right.
to see how good you did at the prediction.
Yeah. I'm not
'Cause I
super
think
far off.
Jack Frost took some hits, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still in the top 5.
Yeah.
This one may surprise some people.
Top 5 movies in order of best to worst. Number 4 will
Uh,
surprise you.
11, Skinamarink.
Okay.
I mean, listen,
I'm not shocked.
Jack's fault.
it is my fault. Yeah, it was my fault,
we
but I
can all
love
agree
that
on that.
movie.
I'm not
It's a
shocked.
good movie.
We can all agree on
And
that.
also, Pierce's ranking kind of did boost it a little bit.
Chris had the same ranking.
Oh yeah, but you
Yeah.
guys had different.
We both
totally
had 4s.
different reasons.
I think we had similar reasons. He just talked about the negative sides, and
Oh,
I
you
talked
talked
about the
about the
positive
positives.
sides.
Gotcha.
I think our rankings were pretty dead on.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were exactly
I
the
did
same.
bump that one up though, for sure.
Yep.
At number 10, The Haunting of Molly Hartley.
That
Yeah.
shocks me.
Really?
What?
I've always thought that movie deserved to be in our top 5.
Yes.
That shocks me.
Like because that was worse than Five Nights at Freddy's, I think, for a while. Was it?
No, this number 10 is in like.
No, I know, but on the
Oh.
previous list.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
it is
And
worse than.
that always
worse
pissed
than
me
that.
off. I just didn't like it because that movie was so good. I mean, okay, it sucked, right? This is a podcast about watching bad movies, but it was funny, and it's also a very quotable movie. Like to walk into your house and be books. That's funny. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised by it.
At number 9, we have.
So we're in our middle
yep.
ones now.
Yeah,
How do we
sorry.
feel about the top 5? I
Good.
mean,
Top 5 so
Solid.
far.
Yeah.
I think
I'm pretty happy with
yeah,
it.
I like it. I'm honestly very surprised about Skinamarink being up there.
Well,
But-
that's all you, babe.
Yep.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Yep.
It's all you, bubs.
Bubs.
At number
yeah.
9, we have The Happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy happy with that.
I'm happening with.
I'm happening to like that decision. Yeah, great pun.
What was the score?
This one was a 4.6.
What was
Okay.
number 10?
Haunting of Molly Hartley, 4.65.
Okay, gotcha.
Wow.
Yep.
Tight.
Tight.
Yeah, so that one was a tight one. Number 8
That's what she said.
is Pooka.
Okay.
Makes
Interesting.
sense.
I thought it was going to be higher.
Yeah, this
It wasn't a movie.
It wasn't a movie.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Honestly, it probably shouldn't be on this list.
honestly probably not. Maybe we should just
Strike it
veto
from the record.
No. This is
all together.
We'll add an addendum to it.
Dum, dum, dum.
Addendum to it. Asterisk. I'll put an asterisk on it on the list.
Yeah. Not a movie.
It's like he's a
That's it.
cheater. It's like Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I'll add an asterisk behind the name.
Oh, nice.
At number 7, and that had a 4.525.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 7, we have Blood Car.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sure.
Yep.
Middle of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one 4.3.
Middle of the bloody road. Bloody
Number
car
6,
road.
we had Five Nights at Freddy.
There it is. I was wondering when it was going to pop out, and it moved down on the list, surprisingly. Like,
Yeah.
significantly.
Yep.
Which is what?
which is why we were here.
It
I think
deserves, yeah.
that whole thing was messing us
Yeah,
up.
it's supposed to do this, yeah.
Yeah.
How hard have you been peeking at my screen, Riley?
I can't. My eyesight is
Now we're
going
in
bad.
the worst ones.
Yeah.
Are we in the bottom 5?
Are in the bottom 5. Yes.
Just
Top 5
real
worst
quick,
movies.
that middle pack feels like a middle pack.
It does, yeah.
feels
It does.
they're all very middle of the road
I think
movies.
this rubric is
And one not movie.
working out.
Yeah, one web series. Good point.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
this
excited to
is
see top
working
5.
out. Do we? No, let's.
Does
just,
anybody
do we
have a
want
prediction?
predictions?
Yeah.
Do we want?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I
Can
can't
you
even
can you
remember.
name in a random order what movies are left?
I will name. How about in chronological order the movies that are left?
Sure.
Okay.
In chronological order.
Yeah. So we have Ouija, Origins of Evil, Ouija. We have Inseminoid. We have, let me make sure, Old, and we have The Disappointment Room.
Okay. Which I think are actually my bottom 5 as well.
Oh wow, nice.
I think I'm going Ouija.
Ouija's the worst. I think I'm gonna go Disappointment Room. I think that my
No, not as the. Are we going worst one? We're betting on the
I
worst.
thought, yeah, let's
Or
go
number 5.
5. Let's go
bet on
5.
number 5.
I'm going Ouija.
Oh man. I think it's gonna be Old.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Old.
Oh, I forgot that you ranked it.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
And you two would be right.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do we win? What do we win?
Old with
Woo woo.
a 3.675.
Okay.
Okay.
Then it's Ouija. Then it's Disappointment's Room. Then it's Inseminoid.
Oh, I forgot about Inseminoid.
Yeah,
Two
I think that's going to be
Ouijas
the
in
worst.
there
Oh.
as well.
I only watched one.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
Don't
be. I think the next one is Inseminoid.
The anticipation is killing me.
Next one, Inseminoid.
That's my bet. Yeah.
I don't know. The anticipation's killing me. I just want to know.
Next is Ouija, Origins of Evil.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
And this had a 2.95.
Deserving.
Okay.
Yep. Now,
It's got to be Ouija next.
yep. Top 3. Next is Ouija.
I'm
Nice.
happy that they played out like that because
With-
Ouija Origins of Evil was just a little better.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. With a 2.875. Number 2 on the list.
Disappointment's Room.
Please no, please
big
not
two.
Disappointment's Room.
It is The Disappointment.
Damn it, dude.
With a score of 2.575.
Wow.
Wow.
And number 1,
Worst
topping
movie.
out our list, the
Lone drum roll.
worst movie voted by 4 of the greatest movie critics to
4 of
ever
the biggest
create
idiots.
a podcast. Inseminoid.
Actually, boo.
Yeah, boo.
I'm going to put in a foghorn sound.
Yeah, that movie wasn't.
Yeah.
That movie wasn't very good.
This
Stinky.
came in with the score of 2.375.
Okay.
That's our what are we calling it? Our stinkiest movie or
Yeah.
dookiest?
Our dookiest spooky movie.
So, and for those keeping track at home, that gives us a spread from worst to best of 2.375 to 6.025.
Damn,
Solid
so
spread.
That's a
Solid spread.
lot. in there.
I think Inseminoid being the worst movie on the list is also good because if somebody watches it or finds the list and goes, I'm going to watch the worst movie, they will be treated to an experience.
I
that
agree.
is
Yeah, it is.
almost indescribable.
It is a very fitting worst movie
Yeah.
for a list.
Because
Yeah.
it's not a boring worst movie.
No.
No.
It is a bad movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's I'm not surprised. I had it as the worst on mine.
Yeah.
I was
No,
like,
it,
people
yeah,
hated
it was
this.
worst on mine.
We all
wa-
hated it.
Yeah.
I came out of that movie not hating it until we had to talk about it. I remember a big takeaway from that episode being, watch this movie, but don't talk about it with your friends.
No,
Yeah.
don't tell
It's not
anybody.
fun.
Don't tell anybody you watched it.
So,
There it is.
There, yeah, that's it. We did it.
The re-rank.
would you guys be interested in just going top to bottom, both lists to see the differences?
I think
Just
maybe
put up a
Pierce, you can
graphic.
put
Yeah.
them up.
Yeah,
on
we
the
can do
screen.
that.
I'll
Okay.
throw
It's
up
going
a-
to be on the screen right now.
Yeah, right here.
Look at us.
There you
Look
go.
at us. This is
Just
a visual medium.
For you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'll throw it up there.
It's up there right now.
There it
Yeah.
is. If you're
Look at
seeing it.
Wow.
Yeah. There it is. There's the old list and the new list.
Oh my gosh, they're spinning around each other. in
No.
some sort of dance.
They're not. They're not doing that at all.
Oh my
They're
God,
sitting stationary.
is that a dog?
Oh,
You
look,
see
it
that?
is.
No.
Wow.
And
There's
the
no
dogs,
dogs.
the dog is walking.
Jesus.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh my God. What's
Oh
he?
my
no.
God. Wait, that dog's actually
Get out of here,
Brian from
Dwayne.
Family Guy?
Oh my
Wait,
God.
no, the guy.
It's Roger the alien.
Put
Oh,
down the
no.
gun, Roger.
Yeah,
Put
Jesus.
it down.
No,
God.
no,
No,
Christ.
don't hurt Dwayne.
Oh my.
no.
The bullets are bouncing off him. I'm making more work for myself. Shit.
I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah.
God.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's
So-
gonna look like shit.
It's good clip art.
And if you're watching it right now, it does look like shit. So
Okay, well,
I'm gonna hand draw.
I
all
mean,
of
what
them.
time is it, Riley?
What are we watching next? What are we watching next?
You might be surprised to find out that after all this, we're watching another movie.
Yeah, it's not the end of the podcast.
No.
nope.
Oh, boy, that's
Not
it. Episode
quite.
We got another
1
15 to
million.
go.
Yeah, 30. We're done.
Boy, oh boy, do I have a movie for us.
Oh, is it your turn? Just by
Yep.
default?
Oh, God.
Yep,
sick.
I'm the last
I don't like
choice
that
of the
face.
round.
Yeah, he's mischievous. he's mean.
My
He's up to no good.
Pick for the 16th
He's rubbing
movie
his
we
imaginary
shall
mustache.
watch
He's
is
got an
a
actual
beard. Yeah. No. Oh, like twirling the mustache?
I thought that was a
Okay.
dig.
Yeah,
me too.
I wasn't quite sure what was going on. Anyways, my
never
movie
get my
is The Midnight Meat Train.
Jesus! Why?
Where did you read us? What's the description?
Oh, yeah,
what's
here.
the description?
Let
I
me
didn't mean
pull
to
up
say
the
it like that.
description for
Like
you.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How about that airplane food?
Yeah, how about that meat train?
I'm a bee. I have sex with human women.
Yeah, that was weird. That should have been what the court case was really about.
Yeah. Okay.
I Barry B. Bones or whatever my name
Oh,
is.
I'm going to read this tagline too because I
does
feel like
bone.
you need to.
Yeah, I bone. Okay.
The most
I'm
terrifying ride you'll
Sorry.
ever take.
Uh-huh.
A photographer's obsessive pursuit of dark subject matter.
DARP?
You dirty bastard. Of dark subject matter leads him into the path of a serial killer who stalks late night commuters, ultimately butchering them in the most gruesome ways.
It's like Bullet Train.
Dude, this
but-
movie's like
Yes.
anti-public transit.
I actually chose this movie
like I'll love it.
because I found out my favorite movie star, Quentin Rampage Jackson, is in
No
it.
way.
I swear.
Who's
Oh.
Quentin Rampage Jackson?
Dude.
He is also in the
fighter.
A team.
What?
Yep, he is in the A team.
Who was he in the A-Team?
He was in like the A team reboot. Let me see.
Who did
the
he
rest of the
play?
cast. He was
There's no way he was the Mr. T character.
He think he was supposed to be. Yeah.
That would have been awful.
I'm excited for this movie.
Yeah.
I love movies that star UFC fighters. I think it's a hilarious premise.
Yeah,
let's get this guy who's gotten hit in the head so many times and make him say lines in front of a camera.
And he's like, he's wild.
I found out about this movie from a clip from his podcast.
From his podcast?
Yes. And it is a
got
hilarious story.
Okay.
But I'll save that for the next
Next
one.
episode.
What a tease. What a tease.
Well.
Well, are we wrapping it up?
We're wrapping it
Yeah,
up.
we're wrapping it up.
Alrighty. That's what we're watching next time, everybody, if you want to follow along. If we'll get the list updated, and I don't know, I guess Chris will have to get it updated on the letterbox.
Yeah, I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
We'll get there someday.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
No, not to you.
Check us out on Instagram and perhaps Twitter
Yeah.
Yeah.
at Dookie Pod.
With a Y.
Yes, links are in the description below. If you wanna give us a follow, donate some money to us.
Send a like, leave a comment.
Dude, it'd be so tight if you left a comment and a like.
Bro, that'd be so sick.
That'd be like totally tubular.
Bro, dude, it'd be radical.
Guy.
Extreme badass, bro.
Guy.
Damn badass, dude.
Yeah, if you leave a like and then click it again,
Yeah,
it
bro.
leaves 2 likes.
If you comment
Yeah.
your email and, like, I don't know, your date of birth,
Okay.
we will try and log into your bank account.
Send us
And that's a promise.
Send us an email at Dookie.
Yeah, with your password and your
Subscribe.
social security number.
And as always,
Bye.
we hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something like "do crimes."
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because you're so
No,
confident.
I was actually just going to say bye to Pierce's mom.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed the episode,
Yeah,
Pierce's mom.
everybody together.
Bye, Holly.
I didn't know we were actually saying her name.
Love you, Mom.
We all called her that.